With 2020 ending on a low note in many cases, one sector that has seen a massive boom has been gaming. More people are playing video games more than ever and buying up whatever will allow them to play video games in the most convenient fashion. With that being said, Nintendo has seen massive sales figures for the Nintendo Switch, despite what was for a long time a year with very few game releases for the platform. This began to change later in the year. With an increase of Switch units in the wild comes an increase of people buying evergreen titles like Breath of the Wild, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart, and most notably the one that pertains to this video, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. While the Smash community has faced strife this year, whether it be from bad actors within the community or from Nintendo themselves, one thing is for sure, and that is that Smash was blessed with some great DLC this year. We started off the year with Byleth at the tail end of the last season pass, and started with Min Min, knocking out the first party slots that people were assuming would come. This was followed up by an announcement no one thought we would see, Minecraft Steve. While we can debate whether or not Steve was a character people wanted, he did break Twitter and bring an unprecedented level of hype to the Fighters Pass. But then the Game Awards happened. While we knew that we were getting a new character announced, we didn't know what to expect. No leaks, no teasers, just ridiculous amounts of hype. And then it happened. Sephiroth descended upon the battlefield. Why is this important? Well, here's why. Sephiroth's inclusion sparked a discussion of more villain characters getting added into Smash. While some series have had representation in this regard, many don't, and one of those series is Sonic the Hedgehog. This is actually one of the weirder exclusions we've seen in Smash. Dr. Eggman is hands down top 2 or 3 villains in terms of sheer recognizability, easily being more iconic than a large portion of the Smash roster. What's good, everybody out there on YouTube? This is your man Shadicstick, dropping some hot frog on this mic. Today, we'll be covering why Dr. Eggman deserves to be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. While we can argue about the quality of Sonic the Hedgehog games all day, what you can't argue is the series' impact on the gaming industry today. While there was a few factors that knocked Nintendo off their throne, the biggest factor had to be Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic was the first mascot that could truly trade blows with Japan's favorite Italian plumber. The gameplay was great, the music, iconic. But one of the best parts about Sonic was his villain, Dr. Ivo Robotnik. He truly gave us a sense of megalomaniacal evil scientist just through his animations. He trapped woodland critters in his robots to power them, created entire planets to take over the world, and even if he didn't succeed, he kept on trying again and again and again. He was, what you say, obsessive. This would extend into all sorts of media, whether it be cartoons, comics, and future 3D endeavors. While the characterization of a majority of the Sonic cast has been hit or miss over the course of the series, the one constant has always been Dr. Eggman. I think when it comes down to it that he's easily the best Sonic character in terms of consistent characterization and writing. He has a 300 IQ, but that doctor sure is crazy. See, for me, the foremost iconic video game villains of all time are Bowser, Eggman, Ganon, and Sephiroth. These villains have persisted through and through, and honestly all of them needed representation in Smash. 3 of them are now in the game, yet Eggman is nowhere to be seen. But why is that? I believe it's because of how hard of a series Sonic the Hedgehog is to represent. While many Sonic fans may argue that Sonic isn't well represented in Smash, and while I don't think that is the case, it could be better. While many Sonic the Hedgehog fans may argue that Sonic isn't well represented in Smash, I don't think that's the case. I just think that it could be better. For instance, while his moveset could be a little bit better, Sonic has 3 assist trophies, 2 stages, which the only other third-party series that has, 2 stages is Final Fantasy, and a ton of music. The series does have a breadth of things represented, but the one major thing I think that is missing that ties it all together is Sonic's villain, Dr. Eggman. This is unfortunate considering how much Sonic contributed to the gaming industry and how the game series essentially ushered in a new age of competition in the console landscape. I feel like since Sonic's most infamous anti-hero rival Shadow is already an assist trophy, that we should get Dr. Eggman as the villain representative. This isn't to say that Eggman is a substitute for Shadow, but I feel like many people aren't looking at the full scope of Sonic and which characters truly deserve to be a fighter in Smash. Sonic has had a ton of rivals over the course of his series run, but none touch the infamy or relevance of Dr. Eggman. This isn't to downplay other rivals and villain characters like Metal Sonic, Chaos, Zavik, Jet, and so on, but to be honest about what's the best villain to represent the Sonic franchise. That's really it. I also feel like Dr. Eggman has some of the most potential in terms of concrete movesets. In most cases, I see him play as a projectile-based character with a similar playstyle to Bowser Jr., but because he's had so many weapons and tools, I think they could vastly improve on the Bowser Jr. formula. I think he would definitely ride around on the Eggmobile, and one of his main moves would probably be tossing out badniks that die after a short period of time. So say for instance, neutral special becomes Buzz Bomber, Motobug, or Crab Meat depending on which one you choose. Or even having the side special be Vulcan Cannon, homing missiles, and a laser blaster from Sonic Adventure 2, and having them function similarly to Sephiroth's flare mechanic. The generic could easily be a smaller hammer ball from Sonic 1, and these are just a few concepts that have been lingering around in my head for a while, but I believe them to be indicative of the sheer amount of combat potential Eggman has. Because of the nature of the Sonic villains really mostly centering around Eggman, many of the boss fights in the series, despite their uniqueness, wind up being Eggman. Because of the wide variety of abilities and attacks he's acquired over the series, I believe Eggman's moveset potential is almost limitless in comparison to other characters. Overall, I think Smash just needs more third-party villains. Out of all the third-party series represented in Smash Bros., only one of them has their respective villain, and that's Sephiroth. Overall, if I could ask for something out of the Smash roster, it would have to be more villains. I love me some protagonists, don't get me wrong, but sometimes the villain has more combat potential than the main character. And for one of gaming's most iconic series to not have its villain represented in the biggest video game crossover of all time, I'm honestly shocked. But hey, tell me how you feel about this in that comment section down below. Would you like Eggman? Would you like to see another character from the Sonic franchise? Or just another villain in general? Let me know. But this has been your man Shadicstick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Make sure you follow your boy on Twitter at MobShadic100 and join the Discord. Also make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. But don't forget, Hot Faraga turns to Cold Blizzaga. Make sure you tell us some of my other videos. Peace, kiss kiss.